Hey everyone, this podcast is coming to you from the Psychic Dolphin Garage. You can support this show and our larger efforts to build a leftist community through podcasting over at patreon.com/psychic dolphin garage. That's patreon.com/PSYCHICDOLPHIN garage, which is spelled like it sounds.
And
how pissed off would we be, like, if at the end of it all, like, a giant solar flare was the thing that took us out? So
aliens
would have been like, all this bickering was for nothing. This is some bullshit.
Solar
right
flare
now.
destroys the magnetic field around the Earth, and the entire planet just burns to a crisp within seconds.
Finally, the dinosaurs located at the Earth's core are free and able to live their normal lives.
The only thing that would be left are the new like crystal discs that Microsoft is making, and it's just a cachet of these just crystal discs lined up, and then when aliens come to Earth, they look at it like, what the fuck is this shit, and they destroy it because they don't know that the entirety of human knowledge is stored on the was it Project Silica?
Yeah, just terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of hentai.
Yeah.
Lost to time.
The aliens take them with them as relics from an ancient civilization, and they try peering through them, and eventually someone unlocks the secret, and they realize that hornims were just that humans were just horny beasts.
Do we want to do it taking that?
Scouring the earth for something
all
else.
These dirty, filthy humans on the earth, just picturing them.
Yeah, they come to understand the humans worshipped a race of beasts known as Neko, and or Catgirls in the alien tongue, and really were in defeat for some reason. That's apparently how they reproduced.
Their feet, their limbs, they were bipedal, and their limbs were their sex organs.
Oh my god!
Bipedalism was so important to them.
Yeah, absolutely. They worshipped bipedalism. In fact, that's why they switched from quadrupedalism and monkeys that, they evolved as monkeys that climbed in the trees to monkeys that walked on the ground because of sex and catgirls. Really though, if that were the case, in this hypothetical, speculative sci-fi book that we're all working on now, because I mean, fucking, if you're not, like, let's fucking get started. Let's open a goddamn Google Doc right fucking now. Oh, let me send you all the Google Doc.
Yeah, we made a mistake by evolving away from 4 feet, because I mean, that's twice as many toes.
Twice as many toes.
Those are toes ripe for the sucking. The evolution, or our good Lord God above, just did away with.
Yeah, no,
so,
and wearing shoes was the second worst thing, because what's worse than toes that have not been exposed to the love that Mother Earth gives to everything that touches her?
Just picturing the Garden of Eden, but Adam and Eve are 4 feet tall, and the fruit is this excellent toe.
I lost the whole premise, dude. What the fuck?
Nah. In the words of the creepiest kid in my 7th grade class, porn is whatever you want it to be.
Psychic Dolphin Garage.
Hey everyone, I'm Kelton.
And I'm Zach.
And I'm Bo.
And welcome to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. This week we have podcaster, streamer, and all-around decent guy, Grav from Griff Patrol, joining us in the garage. How's it going?
It's going pretty well, my good friend. I am currently on Mars.
No, you're in the garage with us. You have to tell the audience what the garage is like, because they don't believe that it's actually
teleported down,
really
fucking
cool.
Klaatu style. You're here now.
It's very foggy, but there's no fog machine. One title that Kelton forgot to mention for me is Ironic Shitposter. My main influence to coming onto Twitter and connecting with you guys and everything was actually at Argument Winner. I've been Argument Winner's reply guy for 3 months now, and through him I got to know all of you and the rest, and the list goes on, and me getting into this leftist podcasting world.
See, don't let anybody tell you that we don't just outright steal BP Lettuce's work.
When are we gonna have a holiday for Reply Guys? That's what I'm saying. We've got Veterans Day, we've got fucking Administrative Professionals Day. When are our brave Reply Guys gonna get a fucking holiday?
Yeah, it's emotional labor. Like, we really do need
it. Absolutely is
to
emotional labor.
To keep notifications on every time you tweet, dude, and be the first one to reply without saying first, or else I won't get the sweet, sweet drip of clout. Like, come on, man. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
What if they gave, like, February 29th to Reply Guys?
It would be a pity.
We'll take it.
That was a good one, man.
The Reply Guys are forced to sell their labor on capitalist platforms like Facebook and Twitter to capitalists.
We're constantly giving out the cash in Cash App. Come on, guys. We need to. It's the trickle down economics. Give me some of it.
Trickle down economics, but for Catgirls. And
let's go, girls.
If you want to stand up for
this is incredibly cyberpunk.
Rights,
Jesus.
If you want to stand up for Reply Guy rights,
I've been playing The Outer Worlds, dude. It's been fucking with me. It's such a
Let
fantastic
Zach
game.
do his
Such
goddamn
a
Simmons.
fantastic game.
Let Zach do his goddamn Simmons.
All right. If you want to stand up for Reply Guy rights, then please don't forget to join our Discord or leave a iTunes review for the podcast.
Yeah, there's always fun shit happening there, and our review of the week comes from Hampton and the Hamsters, who says, it's truly a thoughtful quote here, D-B-D da dee doo doo, dee ba dee dee doo, dee dee deedly dee dee deedly hoo dee doo dee day do. Truly, I think a motto that we can all expect to hold others to.
Such a message resounds inside of my soul, outside of my soul, throughout my being, throughout the universe. I can
honestly,
feel the
I really like
inside of my Microsoft Project Silica crystals that I am recharging now in the sunlight.
Yes, I got lost in the sauce, dude. I'm so sorry.
So I'm just picturing a fortune teller. You go into the tent, and she's gathering you in, and she starts to touch the crystal ball, and it's soft and squishy. And then the more she rubs the crystal ball and moves her hands across it, just the harder and harder it gets. She's like, "Oh, I'm seeing something. I'm seeing
it's
something.
so close. I can almost see it."
Again, the inevitable D&D podcast gets further and further each time one of these bits happens.
Gets closer and closer, you mean? Anyways, thank you guys for leaving reviews on our iTunes. Once we get 100 reviews, we'll be doing a t-shirt giveaway. So leave us 5 stars. We'll read it on the podcast, and join the Discord if you want a t-shirt.
What's the funniest review you guys have had on there?
The one telling us to go kill ourselves. That's always truly something. It means that we mean something to them, you know? Like, every listen counts, but the hate listens are the ones that really help us feel
really
good
rev
about
my
ourselves.
motor, yeah.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I assume the person was telling us to kill ourselves. They only ranked us 4 stars, and so I just interpreted
which is basically
that
the same thing.
telling
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And all that said, let's get back to it.
Woo! Elections 2K19.
Yeah. We're talking the big thing on everybody's minds. It will only get bigger and worse as time goes on.
Much like the crystal ball from the fortune teller.
Don't.
It only comes once every 4 years, Bo.
Well, so do I. You don't see me making a fucking big deal about it.
That's how you attain the psychic powers, Bo. See, it all is coming together.
We're getting into some peak fucking 2013 incel proto incel shit here. Don't even start. But yes, the election.
We did a blueprint for the Democratic candidacy, which is just getting wilder every day now that we're getting closer and closer to primaries. I think my prediction was Elizabeth Warren. I don't remember what Kelton's prediction was. Kelton?
At a certain point in time, when you stare into those baby blue eyes of Jay Inslee, you feel like anything is possible. You feel safe. You feel validated. You feel like he is the bland enough candidate with a one-issue type voter with an expanded platform.
If he was 20 years younger, dude, if he was like 20 years younger, the media would have gave him way more coverage.
20 years younger and with like just like thick fucking cheeks.
He looks pretty good right now.
And
I'm
some
not
solid
gonna lie.
quads.
Yeah. And if
You would give him a socialist fraternal embrace, right? Like, let's be honest.
I would socialist internal. I'd hug him. I'd hug him good.
Would you call him Dad?
I'd call him Papa.
That's just making the Papa Can You Hear Me song take on so many dark levels. Yeah, so the 2019 elections were a fun time, I think, had by all. And what makes the 2019 elections so interesting is that they almost provide a blueprint for how 2020 is going to go down. So the whole values versus economy, Republicans versus Democrats, blah, blah, blah. That bullshit narrative just seems to be getting quick-started with this whole process right now. Plus, it's giving Trump an opportunity to start doing rallies again, which I think is just like
stop doing rallies?
the thing he loves
I was
to
going
do.
to say,
He
when
never
did
did.
he stop?
No.
Yeah.
He kept it going. Yeah.
He
But
was,
now
like,
it
touring
seems
retirement
like
homes at one point,
appropriate.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, his rallies now are just being switched from, hey, I'm fixing the U.S., I'm making America great, to, hey, what's the story of the
Brown
week
people
that
suck,
I can get y'all to cheer about so that it is part
Also,
of the news
please
story.
don't take that out of context.
Every time.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead. I was.
well, Nixon was famous for having his silent majority. Reagan was famous for having his moral majority. But Trump seems to really be pushing the idea of containing an angry majority. And that really, I think, is starting to bubble over into races like in Kentucky with the governor, where, at least as of this recording, the Republican candidate still has not conceded and is currently in the process of trying to ascertain the funds to do a recount.
Yeah,
now.
Trump has a full-on, like, posting majority, honestly. I mean, like, you know, fucking bot farms aside, that's a very 2016 thing. Like, the raw boomer energy of the Trump base, you know, sharing memes.
Oh, that raw boomer energy.
This is just our horniest episode yet, huh?
I was about to say something really horny, but I kept my mouth shut.
Wow, thank you for...
So anyway,
Like a good little boy.
It's a video game podcast now.
The governor's race and the results, race results, what's next, measuring their skull. Anyways,
Speaking of posting power, you know, the alt-right is once again aligned behind Trump and ready to work with Russian assets to take down Texas judges.
What year is it?
Yeah, no, I'm sure he has an angry majority, but only in the sense that the people that align behind him aren't fazed by arguments or discussion that you have with them about what they believe.
and so sometimes, you know, you think that maybe they might be pushing towards the idea of a genocide.
Who knows?
God.
It's so crazy, right?
All right, here's my fucking take, right? Is that the innumerable chuds that voted for Trump because, oh, well, he's better than Hillary, don't give a shit about Trump. They just hated Hillary a lot. And so you're going to have a lot less of them this election. And
They really just
I
need
think
to get
Sanders
over
is going to win
their...
in a landslide unless they rat fuck him in the superdelegates or whatever, like they did, fucking 4 years ago.
I'm prepared. You know, I'm preparing myself for a future where that does happen and where that doesn't happen. My hope, of course, is that, you know, he wins the Democratic election and then wins the presidency, obviously. But if he doesn't win the Democratic primary, then my guess is that I'm already kind of in the mode that they will put out Elizabeth Warren, she will lose, and then we're going to get 4 more years of Trump where who the fuck knows what's going to happen because this whole entire
2 more Supreme Court justices.
Fucking first term was a fucking D&D role for everything that Trump did. So it's just kind of like we really like it's like, you know, I don't like voting in a sense of like vote in terms of harm reduction, but in this case it literally is harm reduction. And I also like, as much as I don't want like an Elizabeth Warren presidency, I'm not gonna like come out and shout in the rooftops for her because I don't think that would B just I can't see myself
It'd be a noise,
being able
it'd
to
be a
convince
noise
someone to get
violation.
enthusiastic about voting Warren. But it would be like that
Yeah.
fucking Hillary 2016 vote, except even worse because this whole fucking shit, like, it's such a fucking gamble. And, like, before,
Elizabeth
during
Warren
the 2016...
for president 2020, in smaller letters, get over your internalized misogyny, asshole.
Here's what
What
I'm saying.
if
Here's what I'm saying.
conspiracy theory?
I just want to say this. Obviously, I think Bernie Sanders is going to win the presidency. I know that's me being an optimist, but I'm sorry, not the presidency. I meant the primary.
Yeah.
I'm confident that he's going to win the primary. However, if they do rat fuck him with the superdelegates and all that other bullshit,
And they're gonna rat fuck him.
right? Well, I mean,
Hard.
at certain points, like there has to be. I don't think people are just going to sit back and take that lying down. I think there would legitimately be an uproar during the candidate selection process if they do rat fuck him outside of a general vote.
Well,
I'd love to see that,
An
honestly.
uproar can be escorted outside of the.
No, I think it will legitimately turn violent. I've no doubt in my mind that if
there's
they
a lot
do
of
it
fucking
that way.
energy executives' offices in Dallas, and I mean, shit, it's 3 hours away. In theory.
Yeah, I'm like crossing 2 time zones. I don't know. You guys got me all fucked up with this podcast.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Time zone shit.
We'll fly you in with all that Psychic Dolphin Garage money we got saved up.
Sorry that you can't. That you had to leave. The New York podcast bubble to come.
The whole world revolves around EST, baby.
Until 15 years from now, when EST is the new Central Time, because EST has been flooded completely. No one lives there.
Meanwhile, you guys are getting 140 degree heat.
Well, it's funny because the heat deaths are mostly Ted Cruz's base because who fucking dies from heat other than like 80-year-olds? So
Every loss is a tragedy.
Yeah. That's because they refuse to drink their own piss to survive. Unlike me, who is smart and big
I've been
brain.
playing Death Stranding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Survive. It's called a little R&R. Some me time.
I know. People mishear me. I did not say mead time. I said me time.
Nothing screams I read all of the Tolkien books back to back like that joke.
Yeah.
So wait, are we nerds
You
or
a
jocks?
fucking
I
nerd.
don't think we've established this yet.
We're jerds.
Jerds.
It's like jorts.
Jorts.
Yeah, but
I think like any sports fan is a fucking nerd. You see some dude
absolutely,
talking about
yeah.
how the fucking leg spread on this basketball player is optimal to throw a fucking ball across a court. And I'm just
Hold
like,
on. How many NBA discussion groups are you in where they're talking about leg spread? Huh? Let's dive into this.
is that
Well,
the next
I
one
told
down
you.
is
I told
your
you.
nice black church entry. NBA leg
my
spread.
only knowledge
black
of
shirt.
measuring
any
his
sort
skull
of like
bumps.
sports statistic is the show The League, which I do not recommend watching in 2019 because that shit has not aged right. It's super problematic. But yeah, they fucking run a damn what is that game you guys do?
Fantasy football.
There
God
we go.
damn it.
They do that, and it's like just a fucking fantasy football league, and they all shit on each other.
Wait, you
like
watched
New
the
Yorkers do.
whole The League and you didn't remember that it's fantasy football?
I'm fucking zooted off my ass, and you're asking me to remember what the fuck a fantasy football is? Do I look like a fucking nerd
Bo,
to you?
as a true agent of
Shit.
chaos, authorized this behavior.
Cheers, baby.
So
Also, it was a play on that I didn't actually know what a fantasy football is. Okay, that's the whole basis of the joke. Thank you. For
Yeah,
not
you assume
understanding.
they were just watching football and then like acting it out afterward. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know
Like
what
off
the fuck
camera.
a fantasy football is. I thought that was just some fucking, I don't know, like fucking throwing a beanbag around with your fucking legs.
actually
or
a bunch of
something.
engineers that design the best football possible. Much the same way that that the Republicans wish to design the most corrupt system of governance possible.
Oh, they're just straight up pushing for the one person does not actually equal one vote type mentality. Just straight up. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I want you
about
East
it.
Coasters to remember the day when they made my vote count for 3/5 of a vote.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's a spicy meatball.
No, but Texas is trying to force a state-level electoral college, and they're trying to make it so that judges aren't elected. They're put in place by the governor. Just want to say, all those Republicans that talk about how shitty, the U.S. federal government is and how we don't need it, are now trying to model their state government after the horrible, terrible, overreaching federal government that...
It really is strange how they're like, oh, man, we're Texans. We got to stick by the Constitution. Also, we believe that the executive branch should outright pick who are members of the judicial branch. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, perfectly balanced. Three
Very cool and regular.
units.
Thank you, Texas.
I don't understand why the federal judges that we have now in the Supreme Court, we can't directly elect those as well. I think this is
they
worst
all have
possible
pulses,
thing possible.
so we can elect new ones whenever we want, really.
I mean, you guys saw that, Discovery Channel is pushing out that new TV show, Man vs. Bear. Well, I mean, what about Supreme Court Justice versus Bear?
Huh? Yeah.
You have to go through the entire nomination process from Congress, go through all the channels, cross all the things, do all the paperwork, and then you have to,
fight
a bear.
Yeah, I honestly...
Shit, I'd watch that, yeah.
We would have better representatives if they all had to fight a bear before they could get into office.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg's vampiric body just sucking the blood from the bear 8 feet across from it.
Some
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
Tokyo Ghoul bullshit.
Yes! This is a nerd podcast now. Fuck it.
I don't understand why the Supreme Court isn't like a part-time city councilor type job, because they don't hear that many cases. So like you should be like going to a job. You should be going to a job and being around the working class, and then you just do this stuff part-time.
All they fucking
How
do,
are you
like
in
9
tune
to
with the
5,
people?
90% of the time, is they show up to their fucking chambers, right, wearing the robes and everything, and they just fucking jack off.
Oh my god, it's a giant circle jerk that upon completion, you just, they look at it like looking at tea leaves. Guilty!
Ron Paul voice, our entire government's a circle jerk.
True. I don't think that there's a way to make it through law school without having implicit biases baked into you via the professors that you're had, the ideas you're exposed to, and the conclusions that you came to during that time. And so having someone who understands the law to the degree of a Supreme Court justice not only understands the law in a specific way that they specifically understand it, but they also then have the power to push that out to other people. There's no way to stop that unless you...
Oh, yeah.
There's no way to stop that. There's no way to stop laws from being biased by human error.
Because people are biased.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what if their parents were Marxist, but that didn't work out because Pete Buttigieg is a fucking centrist neoliberal, and his father is fucking Marxist.
Same with Kamala Harris. How could you?
God damn
Ma'am.
it, dude!
Like,
What
I thought
the
I was
fuck?
a disappointment
It's like
to my
the
fucking
ultimate.
parents, but Jesus Christ.
It's like the ultimate
why don't we just
betrayal, man.
Why don't
Yeah.
we get Supreme Court justices who, they're actively involved in the community. They go out and they get a real test for exactly how things work and for what all's going on locally around them. They go on patrols of sorts, okay? And
Have you been watching Watchmen?
Well, no, I was actually building to a Judge Dredd riff, but thank you very much, Bo.
Here's a quick take, alright? We should... Okay, so y'all know, how they have shadow positions in, UK Parliament and fucking UK government in general, right?
Okay.
I don't think you're allowed to use that word anymore, but okay, go.
If anything sounds particularly sinister, like maybe a Supreme Court, maybe we shouldn't have it. Maybe we should just revive... it at least deserves an audit if it sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh villain, is my point.
Well, if it was the workers' court, they'd call it in Wikipedia. What is it? A kangaroo court?
Hey, man, yeah, fuck the workers' court. I'm all about the people's court every 3 p.m. Monday to Friday.
The People's Court. I think you mean the housewives, the desperate housewives. It's the People's Court of
Real Housewives.
the
desperate Real Housewives form a Supreme Court. Why don't we just mash all the ideas together? Judge Dredd in one corner, one of the lovely women from Real Housewives as another Supreme Court justice, and then, just fuck it. The actual undefeated leader, an actual bear, is the third Supreme Court.
Yes!
He's a little rough around the edges, but surprisingly, the least amount of sexual harassment complaints of the three Supreme Court justices.
Jesus.
God.
So I'm really happy that our system of governance works. I'm happy that people that we believe in, like Presley, as part of the squad, the future, have just outright betrayed us. I'm glad that the New York Police Department.
I haven't seen someone turning their back on minorities since Elvis.
Well, just wait till you hear about the New York subway, Kelton. And how the police officers are literally just tasing 15-year-olds for fun. And also, while we're on the subject of the New York Police Department doing bad things and being absolutely shitty, they had a massive hemp bust where they seized like 100 pounds of hemp. And they posted online. They were like, "Look at us, we seized 100 pounds of hemp."
Even though hemp is legal in New York.
Yeah, all they had to do was blur out the each of the individual packets that has the papers and all of the stuff on it that says in big letters, "This is legal."
I'm just picturing, just a whole bunch of like Brooklyn podcasters who are like, "Ah, man, I got bad news. I somehow got hemp C."
Yeah, I was vaping my THC oil and
THC oil and heroin, the perfect vaping
Classic
combination.
combo. That's what killed all those Fortnite streamers. All right, can't joke about that.
That would be great if they were like, "Yeah, we found trace amounts of vitamin E and 9 pounds of heroin in his blood, so we really got to investigate this vitamin E."
Yikes!
We think it may be linked.
Yeah, the hemp bust was horrible. Like, this is the guy that owns the hemp is supposed to be receiving it to extract the CBD oil for medical use,
Personal reasons.
Yeah. For medical usage, and the cops are like, "Look at us, we got marijuana."
Yeah, suck on that, cancer patients.
Well, see, maybe they were trying to, get it to refill that warehouse that they had that was full of weed that mice apparently broke into.
Oh, yeah, where, they're like, we don't know how the fuck, a half ton of weed disappeared. I mean, like, maybe it was hemp.
Out of all the things that New York City has done right lately, such as...
Whoa!
Continue?
Let's see where this goes.
Tell me, Texan, how us New Yorkers are living. Go ahead, continue.
Hey, look, you
fucking
have
go.
parentheses around it while you're at it, yeah.
Bro.
You have an active
Go.
and
Let's hear
effective
it.
police force that is protecting the capital interests of the companies that have invested money to allow, and out of the goodness and kindness of their own hearts, allow the people of the city to have a functional public transportation system that lets them get different places in the city. The same way that here in Houston...
Zach, cough twice if the CIA has broken into your house and now you're talking about it.
I'm too paranoid for that, dude. Don't tempt me.
Ahem.
The same way...
Oh, no, he only coughed once.
Oh, shit, they've got him, boys.
The same way that here in Houston, they protect the capital interests of the toll roads and highway owners by literally criminalizing using the toll roads without paying the $1.25. Even though we have close to 2 million people on the road every day, I think. Yeah. $2 million a day.
I was gonna say, like, for me, it's crazy because I had a conversation with I don't live in New York, but I used to live there for a bunch of years, and I'm probably gonna move back just because that's where my family is. But I moved to the South and traveled around the South. I was in Florida, North Carolina, and Tennessee. And
I'm so sorry.
Spoke to someone. Yeah, it sucked. I spoke to someone who's lived in Tennessee like all their life, and like when I brought up, I was like, "This is why we fucking need public transportation," and all this other shit. They just like gave me the blankest of stares. They're like, "Why would we need that?" And I'm like, "Okay, so if you're in a populated area or you're covering a mass amount of land, right, in a short amount of time, you could get like 50 people in a subway cart." Or just a train cart in general, and travel them across for a simple fare, and then boom, like
yes. Or
so
sometimes you don't even need to charge them to ride this train.
And the crazy shit is that public transportation is like the freedom of the worker. Because on trains and stuff like that, you can actually read a book if you want to, catch up on the news, be informed,
listen to a podcast,
be entertained.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Yes, maybe donate to someone's Patreon.
Hang on, let me get this.
No,
let me pull this mic a little bit closer here. Have you ever considered a self-driving car, you lazy fuck? Just buy one.
And I miss those days, dude. I as shitty as the MTA is, which that's a grift patrol for an episode soon. Like as shitty as the MTA is. If I remember driving in my dad's car in New York City, I remember being a passenger in my friend's car in New York City when he had a BMW and trying to search for a fucking parking spot for 40 damn minutes because he wanted to fucking show off to everyone that he has a fucking BMW or just a car in general. And I'm just like, dude,
also,
maybe the parking
if we had just fucking took the subway,
suck ass regardless. Yeah,
if we had just took the fucking subway and walked to the chicken spot, we would have been all right. You would have saved yourself probably 30 minutes of your time that you could have been spent, I don't know, getting informed, reading on the news, listening to a podcast, donating to someone's Patreon.
Just chilling, just vibing.
You know what I'm saying? You've just
taking
vibing,
time for yourself,
bro.
even.
Just vibing. That's 30 minutes
vibing.
of vibes. Straight vibes. And here we're like, oh no, I want to spend my time working because I got to pay attention to the road and be in constant anxiety, watching every fucking angle that I can with 2 goddamn eyes. Oh,
yeah.
What's that? I love being a slave to my boss by spending my exact first hour's wage being on the road because my job is 30 miles apart, but I'm not fucking salty. Oh
Only
no,
30?
I have a $500 car payment
only 30,
plus
exactly,
a fucking $180 insurance. Oh fuck, dude. Oh, but it's okay because I own something, because I have a property that when it takes me fucking 6 years to pay off, fuck, dude, it's mine, right? Even though I'm probably gonna get rid of it in 2 to 4 years because it fucking breaks down because the fucking car industry is stupid.
You're an idiot.
Fuck. God damn, I fucking hate private transportation.
Which is also what I plan to do with
swear
my
to God,
car,
you make
also.
me mayor, elect me mayor to whatever fucking city, and I will ban private transportation. Holy fuck,
Yeah,
dude,
there are a
annoying.
few things that make me nut harder
all right,
than
so
public
I have a
transportation
compromise
and
to
nuclear
pitch to
power.
you. I have a compromise to pitch to you. We'll give you private transportation as long as you let us kick all the homeless people out of our city so that they don't use the public transportation.
Devil's bargain.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
dude!
devil's bargain
Is this the German decision? Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Is that what they were promised? Shit, maybe they were right.
Oh no. No.
I was promised a future for our children, but unfortunately, all I got was a shitty Tesla. Where's that t-shirt?
Oh shit, dude! Yeah, fuck the homeless, man. Oh god, jeez. And then the economy's gonna turn bad in 10 years or less, and I'm gonna go homeless. Then I'm gonna get fucked because that's how I like my government treating me. Because you know what?
And then you get
fuck
a Tesla,
communism.
and you get a Tesla.
Fuck socialism. Fuck.
God bless Andrew Yang, the official endorsed candidate of this podcast. No takesies backsies also. So
I'll give you
fuck y'all
$1,000
try
a
and
month
fucking
if
go
you
back
let me
on it.
take the homeless people to fucking death camps. Here you go. You want your $1,000 a month? Sacrifice the poorest because you have no compassion, you selfish
just
fuck.
go out and fucking purge somebody, yeah. Well,
I'm
so
sorry,
I mean
I
that's kind of
her.
the thing they're doing. I mean, here in Austin at least is so for a while they essentially waived the law, right? Like the mayor said that, hey, all right, fucking set up encampments wherever, it's fine, you can camp out wherever, cool. Which is not a solution It's if anybody does consider that a solution, you're a fucking monster. It's not a solution.
A final solution.
This is what the Germans wanted. I told you.
Stop! Both of you stop! Both of you fucking stop right now. All right? It's not a solution.
I'm getting encouraged by everyone except Kelton. He's just like, no, we need to move this podcast
It's
along,
not an
guys.
answer to the problem if you want me to change my verbiage, all right? It doesn't fix the problem of people not having homes, obviously. But it at least, they're not criminalized for their homelessness, right? But recently, the governor of Texas has been saying, hey, we're going to straight up round up these people and I don't know. So, yeah, it's there's talks of kind of pushing them south and building a new shelter down south. Funny enough, where there are no bus terminals and shittier public transit, I should say, than Central Austin. So, I mean, yeah, you say final solution. I mean, it's not actually, of course, as bad as the actual Holocaust, but it's not great.
I mean, what we could do is take those people in those camps and just stick them through a grinder so it comes out with meat bars, and we just use that as sustenance for when ecological disaster happens. Just that's the case, dude. That's it right there.
We put the bars in the warehouse next to the weed.
I was really torn into trying to figure out if y'all were going to be talking about the Snowpiercer universe or the Soylent Green one, but then I realized the Snowpiercer universe still used a form of public transportation. So there's no way that could happen.
What's funny though? I do want to say that Snowpiercer was the one that I thought of. So I just wanted you were on the money there. However, I was thinking about intertwining it with Children of Men, because Children of Man, is it man or men? Children of Men. That movie.
Children of Fella.
There's a sort of what is it? There's a camp that they have for refugees that they catch without identification and stuff, and they round them up, and they live in the shittiest of ways. So this is literally exactly what you guys are talking about. And if you want a great depiction of it, also watch just a baller ass movie. Definitely check out Children of Men.
Yeah,
we're gonna all start calling ourselves fishes soon.
Once the seas rise and life as we know it is destroyed on the Earth due to global warming and climate change.
The Italian mobsters were trying to warn us. They said that we would all be soon sleeping with the fishes. They knew something.
What did Al Capone know? Why did the U.S. government want to take him down? This and more on the Road.
All I'm saying is Al Capone didn't kill himself, all right?
Speaking of grinding up the rich. Speaking of grinding up the rich.
Yeah.
I think that we should really all take the opportunity today to remind each other, remind our comrades and our families that we should eat the rich because we do not need the rich.
A healthy, maybe not healthy, there's a lot of fat in them, but, a nice, once in a while kind of snack.
Yeah.
2017 passed with nothing happening in that regard, and it's been 100 years since the previous snack. So I think, maybe we should, fucking chow down is all I'm saying.
I know.
Turn Warren Buffett into a Warren Buffet. You know what I'm saying? Come on, everybody.
Yeah, just being, it's like a prison of cake. The cake is the rich, and you just got to take one bite at a time to get through it.
And as millennials, we're all accustomed to eating cake. The cake is ass, is what I'm saying.
The cake, yes, okay.
I'm back on board. Millennials eat ass is the joke.
All the Gen Xers are like, no, I was told that the cake is a lie.
Shout out to...
Speaking of licking booty holes.
Speaking of licking booty holes, I just want to reaffirm that Bo and I were, up to this point, the only ones on this show that can confirm that we eat ass. What was that? We did that with Darren, or we did that with the Jump Circle Jerk.
Circle Jerk.
Yeah. So we got to ask for our recurring segment.
That's also kind of like saying guess what? Shaquille O'Neal still hasn't attempted a 3-pointer. It's like, come on, he's not going to be good at that. Why would he even bother?
Kelton, I'm gonna lean real close in the mic for this question. Who is Shaquille O'Neal? I'm just gonna straight up,
Irishman
go for straight up ignorance at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually was on tour with the Mountain Goats until not too
Oh, was
recently.
he?
So
Was he?
I mean, I guess like if you were a real fan of them, you would know.
Yeah,
but
no, he
like,
was opening.
I'll
He
forgive
was
you.
opening their shows with his sets.
Have you guys ever seen Shaquille O'Neal's raps?
Oh hell yeah! Are you kidding me?
What was that one that-
like a Carl's Jr. rap?
No, dude. He was like literally trying to be a gangster rapper.
Oh my god, that's great.
Hold up.
He tried
like,
one
okay,
album
like,
of
he's-
that.
he's
and
like
tried
big,
3
he has the
albums,
smooth
family friendly.
face. How could he do that? He's such a cute man.
Yeah, dude. I know I got skills. I know I got skills, man. I know I got skills.
Oh, I gotta look
man.
these up.
Oh my god.
God damn.
Hold up. Let me. In case
All
you
right,
guys don't
real
know,
quick,
I'm gonna
while-
put that right
While
there.
we're looking up
Bam.
all that stuff, I guess let's talk about our Hell World story of the week, which is
I know I got skills.
researchers who want to definitely research the flu virus and need volunteers who they're going to pay.
Yeah, like paying them thousands of dollars to get injected with a flu
And I
virus of
think
sorts.
how many
Nothing sketchy
how
about
many
that.
days in like outpatient care are they going to get then?
I mean, like what they say or what will
Well,
inevitably
they get a
happen
bag of
Say-
when
chips
they
and a pat
release
on
the
the back.
virus.
They say that it's for at least a week that they're going to get inpatient care in a hospital, but
Okay.
is that how fast you get in? Like I got my flu shot for free. First of all, I don't. When someone is like, "Hey, here's some nachos I got from that gas station," I'm like, "Oh, thanks." But if someone walks out the gas station and says, "Bro, I'll pay you $20 to eat these nachos," it's like, huh?
I think this also
They
feeds,
come just in a black bag.
I was gonna say I think this also feeds into the whole the shots give you the virus myth, because it's not the case, right? The flu shot does not give you the flu.
Yeah,
it's
no,
just a
this
misnomer.
this is literally them injecting you with the flu.
Yeah, so now
So
it
this
just gives them
isn't-
one more counterpoint where they'd be like, "Oh, you got the flu, even though you got the flu shot." It's probably because they switched up the needles or whatever. It feeds into like right wing conspiracy
Jesus.
theories or
This is-
whatever, you know?
This
Dumb anti-vaxxer shit. Yeah.
I don't want to like be the anti-vax one among us, but y'all saw the news story, right, about how 10 mentally challenged people were getting flu shots and they got them confused with insulin shots, and so they had to
no.
hospitalize.
That's
10
some fucking
of them.
Tuskegee
Yeah.
experiment shit. Jesus.
Yeah, that is. I'm like, so we're doing this out in the open now. I see.
Yeah,
okay.
we're doing open eugenics now, as if we weren't already doing, like, barely whispered eugenics.
Listen, say what you will about Texas, but if we're going to do eugenics, it's with a mayor or governor, what the fuck, who also happens to be handicapped.
You know what's good for eating the rich? A little bit of hot sauce.
Absolutely, and you know what's better than eating that Texas Pete, which I know that all of y'all have, is a little bit of Dragon's Blood elixir.
Much to the chagrin of my cousin Pete.
So can you tell me more about this Dragon's Blood elixir?
I was making a penis joke, and please not interrupt my penis jokes.
I'm sorry.
That's the one thing we take very seriously on this podcast.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's
go
our
ahead.
chode of honor, if you will.
So we were
So we
actually
got hot sauce.
contacted. We were contacted by Dragon's Blood Elixir, and they are a small hot sauce company. They make all their stuff. It's quote unquote worker owned. It's a small business, and they are as far as we can tell, good cancelable leftists. So anything that you find and want to cancel them for, let us know. We are going to be doing some bonus episode material with their hot sauce. We have some fun stuff planned, so please let us know that you are excited to hear that, excited to experience it alongside us. All right, Kelton, you have games for us.
The show continues on in one way or
I'm
another.
so sorry.
So this week I got two different games for us to play. The first one is a game called Price Check. We guess which costs more or which is worth more, or just the higher number, whatever we want to call it. And then the one that seemed to actually be the one that people seem to enjoy the weird news with 3 real news stories, 1 fake one, and I got 3 rounds of that, and then we'll see what happens. See what happens.
Yeah,
from there.
for sure. This is awesome, dude. I just want to say before you guys get started, this is a fucking great idea. I listen to a lot of political podcasts, so getting bogged down with all that like negativity and stuff kind of sucks when there's no like good story at least once in the pod, you know?
Yes, we will definitely be laughing with these news stories, and our faith in humanity will be reaffirmed.
Yes.
So, first round of price check. All right, which is going to be worth more? The estimated net worth of Michael Bloomberg or the cost to end homelessness in the United States?
Bloomberg, easy.
Completely eradicate it.
Bloomberg, obviously. Yeah, I can take that, no question.
Bloomberg.
Which one is more or which one is less?
Which one's more?
Oh yeah, Bloomberg.
Okay. Well, the cost of ending homelessness is $20 billion. The net worth of Michael Bloomberg is $52 billion. So we could end homelessness, and Michael Bloomberg would only have $32 billion left to his name.
Which is
God forbid.
it's
That's
32.
$5.
Yeah, it's 32,000 million. By the way, let's
Yes.
stress that more, please. I like every time a billionaire says, "Oh, well, I have 107 billion, and you guys are going to take 100 billion of it." Just stress it in the thousands. Then, because people have some sort of fucking contact.
Then they really seem like they're, like one of us,
Somehow, like, somebody can imagine $1 million of something and go, that's a lot of money. But no one can fucking realistically imagine a fucking billion of something right off the bat. So you know what? Every time someone says, well, they're only worth 107 billion and you guys want to take 100 billion of it? You know what you say? You're like, yeah, that's fucking 7,000 million, you fucking dumbass.
All right, this is how we do it. Guys, are you ready? This is how we wokeify the internet in the grossest way possible, okay? We show people what a $1 million cum shot would look like.
Oh, no. That's a
show
big
them
circle.
What...
And also, I gotta say, some expert timing on the actors' parts. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Not only the actors' parts, but the actors'
and then
parts.
the only
You
way
catch
it
my
could be
drift.
worth that amount too is if you had like a bunch of like white guys who were probably above the height of 5'9", and then also had blonde hair, maybe like hazily eyes. And grab like 10 of them and just start circle jerking and then time it right, and that's probably worth $1 million to somebody out there.
That's just LinkedIn. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Well, I'm sure you guys saw in the news about how T.I.'s daughter is accompanied by her father for every time she goes to her gynecologist. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's always a fun time, and how the
Thanks,
hymen,
T.I., for continuing to be
checked.
my unproblematic fave.
It's so fucking cringe.
So, and listen, I know that we're sick of the sports metaphors, so I'm just going to try and settle this out with just a break in it of what costs more, the average well woman exam without insurance or a courtside seat to the Phoenix Suns game.
Oh, shit. That's a good question.
Real quick on the T.I. front, to the tune of 24s, Moneyho's daughter blows, so he has to make sure she isn't going all the way.
Don't do not. Oh, my fucking Jesus.
Deep cut for T.I. fans out there. Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, all those T.I. fans. Yeah.
Who listen
sure.
to Psychic Dolphin Garage.
what a rich, full Venn diagram that is.
Let's pretend your fucking audience isn't 90% white hipsters who listen to fucking prog rock.
Yeah, make it a fucking Emerson, Lake and Palmer reference, and we're kosher. Like, okay.
They think that we're just doing ironic socialism instead of ironic racism.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's
right.
funnier.
Yeah, it's a bunch of like alt-light dudes that like live in like the suburbs of Nebraska or something, and they're like, yeah, these guys gets me. They're just being socialist, ironically. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's why they have the Che Guevara shirts. It was in Hot
just,
Topic,
like,
remember?
Right?
Exactly.
Like, own those libs, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But our T-shirts
Also,
are
I talk
actually
like a surfer
Michael
from
Che.
the
Alt
80s,
left
despite the fact that I live in
counterculture,
Omaha.
biggest
Yeah.
grift, bro.
God. But to answer the question that has been posed.
All right, let me restate it. Well woman exam without insurance or courtside seat to Phoenix Suns
Phoenix
game.
Suns game.
I'm going
Phoenix
to go
Suns
for the exam without insurance, yeah.
All right, Anti-Grav?
Phoenix Suns games.
All righty.
Granted, my entire exposure to the Suns is through AJJ, so that's, you know.
So, courtside seat to the Phoenix Suns game is going to cost you $400.
Oh,
no,
Phoenix
this
Suns
is-
sucks ass.
Dude!
You preyed on my lack of sports knowledge for this question. I'm not appreciative of it.
A well woman exam without insurance, $342.
Fuck yeah!
What?
Let's go!
No way!
Let's go!
I was expecting that to be way more. I was expecting, alright,
Average
woman or not, I was
well-woman's
expecting
exam.
any fucking examination to get your pussy checked out had to be way more. Like, Jesus
Well
Christ.
woman exam at the gynecologist or like a well woman exam at just like a general doctor?
I was averaging prices among all variety of medical providers.
You know what's funny is, like,
Okay.
I went to Madison Square Garden and stuff, so I know what, like, I guess, like, the general audience size for those types of events are. I've also went to an MLB game to see the Mets play, and that sucked ass. But anyways,
love the Mets, baby, go Mets.
So I mean, I
Love
love you
them
Mets.
Mets.
Don't get me wrong, but goddamn, you guys fucking suck. Subway Series is always fun to watch, though, and experience. But also, like my image and my mental image of the Phoenix Suns flipped. From before you said 400, I was like, okay, something like Madison Square Garden, maybe a little smaller because it's the Phoenix Suns, you know, whatever. But still,
Nah, dude, it's
probably
like a high
a
school
grand. $1,200 maybe, and then as soon as you said 400, all I immediately thought was like somebody's putting fucking fold out lawn chairs on the fucking courtside, sitting down and just going like, "Yeah, go team."
Why is the court made of grass?
Well, you can't travel on grass, so.
All right, so third round.
Oh, no.
I'm not keeping track of scores, so I just
Neither are
need-
we.
I'm like 2 points.
Okay.
Listeners at home,
two for
make
two.
your own brackets.
Yeah. Please make your own brackets. Send them in. I would love to play some
Also,
listener submitted
send your
games.
fanfic. Yeah. Who do you ship?
Yes.
Yeah, put me
And there was
in the
Zach
mix too. I'd
with
love
Bo's
to know.
voice talking to Kelton.
I'm looking out for Anti-Grav X Kelton fanfics out there. Definitely.
Well, so
wanna
you
read
say
some.
that, but I was really looking for the back fanfics. That's our ship, by the way. Back. Backery if you're fancy.
It's actually pronounced Bach, but
Buckery.
I don't know, man. Zach's name is spelled Z-A-C-H, which I'm sorry, dude. That just can't exist. That can't be allowed.
It's a Vine lady. Why is this one pronounced Zach and this one not pronounced back?
Well, I mean, why are you pronounced Zach and not Zoc?
I am the right. I'm the one that's alive. Okay.
Not my evil twin from the mirror dimension. We don't talk about him.
He has like the fucking. He has the fucking 2 dots above the A. So you know it's pronounced Zoc. Fucking Kingdom Hearts ass
All right,
shit.
third round.
All right, third round.
As we probably saw in the news, Keanu Reeves has a new girlfriend, and the internet lost its shit because she's 46 years old and he's 55 years old, and it continues to contribute to the myth of decent guy Keanu, you know, or at least lack of red flags Keanu.
The idea of, nothing wrong yet. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good thing. But go on.
Well, I just thought, let's see if we can guess what the age gap is between some celebrity couples.
Ooh.
I thought that would be pretty
this
interesting.
Let's see if I'm not
sucks.
culturally wrong about this one.
You gotta run these by us in the future, dude. You don't have to. The surprise is part of it, of course, but Yeah.
Yeah, let's go through all of the questions. Actually, just also send me the answers just so that way I can double check you.
It's 4K fam, yeah.
I'll just provide Wikipedia links to who these people are. So, all right. So, as we all know, Keanu Reeves, his girlfriend Alexandra Grant, has a 9-year gap. What is the age gap between Beyonce and Jay-Z?
15 years.
12 years.
20 years.
Spicy.
All right. Thank
All right,
neither
so
of y'all
we got-
for guessing 14 or 16, by the way. Very tasty. Very tasty.
Yeah, I just
brother.
decided I knew you guys wouldn't go as high as me, so I was just like, oh, fuck it.
All right, so we got 12, 15, and 20.
Yes.
Beyonce and Jay-Z are 12 years
Yes!
apart.
Good job.
God damn! Bravo! Good job.
The one thing I'm good at, I've been studying my whole life.
Little did you know he was fucking typing it out on his phone. He held it up to the fucking headphones, and he was like, all right, you got that fucking Siri? Cool, tell me.
All right, next round.
Fucking Zoc.
Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger recently got married. What's the age gap
of
between
Arnold
them?
Schwarzenegger fame? Of Predator
Yes,
fame?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter is old enough to marry Chris Pratt. Also, what's the age difference between the two of
I'm
them?
not surprised. Arnold Schwarzenegger's like an old dude at this point. I'm gonna say fucking like 5 years.
Oh, I was going to say like 9 years.
I don't know how old Chris Pratt
So you guys
is.
did 5 and
The man
9.
exudes youth.
I think it's a little bit more than that, so I'm gonna go 12.
All right.
Oh my god.
Ca- Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger have a 10-year age difference between the two of them.
So I win this, yes.
No, you... Wait a second. Hang on.
Zach guessed
You
9,
underguessed.
which is closer to
Yeah,
10.
but it's closer.
Oh, we're going Price is Right
Oh,
rules.
no. Hang on.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, depending on the scoring system, which we will not clarify, it's up to entirely our listeners to guess.
Yeah, the Psychic
who,
Dolphin Garage Fantasy League is gonna have to figure that out themselves. Yeah.
Damn it, I'm already
Why is
starting
Kelton
as the
always
underdog.
drafted in the 4th round? We only have 3 hosts.
Chris Pratt is 40 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what threw me
Dude
off
is
then.
old
Because
AF.
I knew Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter was probably in her 40s, but I was just like, I think Chris Pratt's like 32, maybe 33. Fuck, all the Marvel
That's thing, I
heroes
was
are
thinking
stupid
Chris Pratt's
old.
gotta be. My vibe from Chris Pratt is that he's been like 32 forever, right? Like he's like older, but he's like, okay, I get it. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, I mean,
what's
I
up?
guess
I'm
I could
Chris
have
Pratt.
seen him as 28 when he did the first season of Parks and Rec. So, yeah, 7 years, I think, or however long Parks and Rec lasted, plus the past couple years. All right, yeah, I did the math wrong in my head then. Damn it. Go ahead, go on.
I've justified it in my head. I've come to terms with it with my God. I hope you come to terms with it with yours.
Excuse me, don't joke about that.
All
shit.
right, last round. The next round is Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively.
Oh, that's like... That's like...
Oh, no,
They met while they were co-stars on Green Lantern, if that helps.
they're
That
like
tells me nothing.
5
they're
years.
like... They're
5
like
years.
15 years apart.
No, I think Ryan Reynolds is older than he appears.
I'm gonna double down on Zach. I'm throwing my fucking lasso in the Zach camp. 15. Yeah.
Wow,
Zach,
really
I owe you a
hedging your
beer
bets
or
there.
something. Yeah.
All right, so we got 5 years from Anti-Grav and 15 years from Zach and Bo. Is that
Yeah.
right? The answer is 11 years.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is
All
old
right.
as shit.
Yeah.
And Blake Lively was like 18 or something on Green Lantern.
Oh, fuck.
They were supposed to be co-workers.
I got Blake Lively confused with Blake
They're
Shelton in my
always
head.
supposed to be coworkers. I mean,
With Blake Shelton? What?
Yes.
Hell yes. Let's watch that.
I was like, man, Blake Shelton played a fucking CGI character in Green Lantern? Fuck. I don't remember that, but that sounds interesting. Probably more interesting than the movie itself. Shit.
I can't wait to cheat on my wife with a woman who makes me go B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Dude, Gwen Stefani's fucking hot. Don't fucking throw shade on her. Fuck
Gwen
you.
Stefani has been hot and is still hot.
Yeah,
And that's
she's been
fucking great.
hot forever, man. Holy fuck. When she did that,
I mean, that's the real
B-A-N-A-N-A-S, I was
takeaway
like, my
from-
God, you are instilling
I'm
puberty in me
still
at such a young
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
age.
Yeah.
Shit. Fuck.
That should be the takeaway, that women should be allowed to be hot, and very much are hot, past their Hollywood destined expiration date. Which
Have
is
any of you
apparently
guys-
only,
Women
22.
that age can steal husbands away from other women. It's possible.
That is
Girl
my
boss.
that
I
is
believe
my
in
woke
you.
take. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I just heard a story from my coworker about her fucking husband left her for a state senator in Florida who was like 70 years old.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just called investing. That's not called getting into a relationship.
It was actually a state senator's wife, but yeah. It's just like, oh,
Hell yeah.
when you have a 70-year-old, rich person who has like fucking vacation homes and shit versus your own wife and kids, I mean, the choice is obvious, right?
It's the way the world works. So, the next game that we have is called Weird News. 3 rounds, 4 stories each round. 1 of them is fake. So,
Let's hear it.
first news story is federal prosecutors unsealed an indictment Thursday that charges a Long Island tech company with rebranding Chinese-made security equipment as made in the USA before selling them to the United States military. Basically just taking the made in China sticker and replacing it with made in the USA sticker. The second story is a rapper made the headlines after he attempted to sacrifice a friend to join the Illuminati and become famous. The third news story is a man-child had a meltdown that included actually melting down over 2,000 Star Wars toys to prepare for Episode 9 and the end of the Star Wars saga.
The rapper
The
is the fake one.
The fourth
Oh,
one
shit.
is the see this is where we got to go. A Nigerian foreign film named Lionheart has been ruled out of Oscar eligibility because its main language is English, even though Nigeria's official language is English.
What?
That doesn't
Basically,
track,
you
yeah.
can't. Yeah, you can't qualify as a foreign film unless your film is in a foreign language, even if you are making a movie in a foreign country that is not America.
Wait, so if they made a British film, is British a foreign language?
Well, let me put it this
British
way,
is
Zach.
not a language,
British
first
is
of all.
British is not considered oftentimes a foreign film in American standards, but American films are considered foreign films in British
See,
standards.
the British
sense,
have
yeah.
it right here. They have a lot of things wrong and backwards, such as not having a wall or not having a thriving immigration system.
A wall where on the island, Zach?
around.
Yeah, my buddy Hadrian has something to say to
Rebuild
you.
Hadrian's Wall. I don't give a
Around Northern
Shoot me a
Ireland,
fucking-
dude. That's
Oh,
where the
no.
wall
Yeah,
would
obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's not their wall to build, is it? That's my moving close in the mic voice.
be. I'm always close to my mic. Hello.
Bill.
Hello.
Bill Clinton. I don't know.
Bill.
Bill Nye the Science
God,
Guy.
okay. All right, let's figure out which one is the fake one here. Obviously not number 4, because that is, like, patently
Very
bullshit,
British.
obviously.
All right. The
Like,
rapper
real
has
bullshit.
to be the rapper one is probably real because that one's too obvious.
That's
So what was the
biased.
first one
Rapper,
again?
I already said it. I'm confirming it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hitch myself to Zach's wagon on this, too.
What's
Kelton,
the-
prove us wrong.
What's the first one again?
All right.
You mean you're hitching on me? What the fuck?
The
Give me credit, bitch.
military contractors slapped made in China equipment as made in the United States.
Oh,
sold it to the United
see,
States
I
military.
totally believe that shit. Holy fuck. That was a good one. That was a good one, Kelton. Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm going with just the first one. That one was also too on the nose.
You're saying that the first one
Yeah.
is fake? Okay, well, the answer is the rapper one is fake.
Baby! Yes!
Oh, that's actually what I meant for the first one. I got this confused. Damn it. I'm sorry.
It's fine. So, round 2. An orangutan was granted personhood and now lives in Florida. Story number 2. Helicopter snipers have been hired to take on invasive feral hogs at Land Between the Legs.
Yes. Okay.
That's an old meme.
That's normal. Normal and good.
Story number 3. Man sues state of Alabama over document from 1865 giving him the right to own, quote, black slaves. Or
Quote
story
black.
number 4.
Okay.
Man falls into lava and dies while trimming trees.
So which one is real?
These are all... God.
Wait, no, which one is
Which
fake?
one's fake? Oh, okay.
Jesus.
I'm watching this segment slowly going to just take over the entire show.
What? What's the first one again?
An orangutan was granted personhood and now lives in Florida.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the orangutan one being fake.
Orangutan as well.
The Arkansas lawsuit just sounds too
Lava
real.
for me.
Lava?
Yep.
The fake one is man suing the state of Alabama over document
of
from
a
1865.
Damn, that was a deep cut.
It's called the curveball.
Good shit, Kelton.
You set up the first
Curveball is
round
way
and then
too
go
generous
with the
of a way
second.
to put that.
Look. The problem is that I have to figure out whether Kelton's gonna throw a slider or the curveball on each one, and what order he's gonna throw them in.
You gotta listen to his
Said you a
vocal.
fucking
You
slider.
gotta listen to his vocal patterns. Start reading the orbs and shit. Come on, dude. Get on that Marianne Wilson.
I'm touching my orb as hard as I can.
Damn it.
We've been on that shit. We originated that shit, alright?
Yeah, I know. Psychic.
Yeah.
dolphin
That meme is long dead.
Fucking love it.
It's gotten so far away from us, but we're not here to talk about that.
It's like Wojak.
That was
Round
like,
3.
what, like 4 months ago, which is a million years in internet terms?
Yes.
Yeah,
I can't remember a world
It's-
without
it's
Psychic
awful.
Dolphin Garage. I
Well,
think I've
thank
always
you.
been a
I'm
psychic
The before
dolphin,
time.
and we've been in this
When
world
I was
called
happy.
Garage the whole time.
All right, round 3.
Oh shit.
Yeah. A hotel cleaner who stole a millionaire's sperm from a used condom has won a child support battle.
Holy fuck.
A convicted murderer who was given a life sentence died and was revived after having septic poisoning, and now is claiming that he has served his life sentence and should be free.
Okay.
Warner Media is selling giant HBO boxes for college students to hide themselves in so they can binge Watchmen or His Dark Materials and totally not masturbate. Or story number 4, a morgue employee was cremated by mistake while taking a nap.
Okay, so which one's fake?
Okay, well, 4 is like an old school, like, hey, this is like a bad news joke. So I'm skeptical, but it also totally might have happened. So, shit.
I think the college one.
I'm going number 4.
Going for 1. I'm number 1,
All
baby.
right. Well, the answer is the morgue employee is
God
the fake
damn
one.
it.
Damn it.
Yes.
It's called doubling down, really making people
God
wonder.
damn, I'm playing like mental rock, paper, and scissors with Kelton's voice right now, and I'm fucking losing.
I was trying to
God damn
psych
it.
I
myself
think
out
that's
here,
Bo's
yeah.
voice that you're playing rock paper scissors with. Actually,
Nobody knows. Should I adopt an accent? Should I do my fucking D&D character voice?
Don't fucking do this to me. I'm too
Hey
high
y'all,
for
it's
this.
me, Ezra Fear. I'm a tiefling bard. How you doing?
hey y'all, it's me. I'm Bo.
Don't. You're just gonna confuse people, dude. Christ's sakes.
Hey y'all, it's me. I'm Kelton.
Don't do that either. Howdy, y'all. I'm about to pull into the Whataburger and order me a burger.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked about it a lot, I think. This seems
We talked about it a
like
lot.
seems like an adequate amount, you know.
One might say that we have had first cummies and we are ready for second cummies.
90% of daddy's commies is going to 10%, the top 10% of daddy's little girls. This is not fair. This will
Is
not
this your
stand.
Australian Bernie? What are you doing?
White supremacist Bernie raises a good point.
God damn it, I'm not even fucking white. Shit, it's like Andy Nago all over again.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for coming on, by the way, Instagram.
Yeah, we apologize
appreciate
for featuring her on this episode.
Nah, guys, it's always a fun time. I do want to apologize. I think I think I might have gone way too off the rails in this podcast episode.
No, you've been lovely, sweetie. I guarantee
Listen,
you.
sir, you've been encouraging me this whole fucking show. Don't even get me. Kelton's like probably gonna fucking yell at you over this. Like, why the fuck did you let this guy go on like that?
Yeah, boss man's gonna come into my office and fucking rain down hell. Yeah.
No, he's just gonna jerk off.
We're just gonna
on
do
you
our
guys.
normal thing where we don't talk to each other like for 4 days after
we
the
send
episode's
snide
recorded.
DMs like, "Hey, you doing all right?"
Oh no, I didn't want it. I
Period.
didn't want this to be the start of the end for Psychic Dolphin Garage. No, I love you guys. But on the real, thank you guys so much for having me. In terms of like plugs and whatnot, or stuff I want to say and end on. I do the podcast Griff Patrol. I've said before that you guys have inspired me to take up podcasting and get into my hobbies again, because if you guys recall, a couple episodes back, I called in as Lord Milanese because that was my previous internet persona.
Yeah.
I called in to you guys and I was like, hey, how do I combat depression and stuff? Like, what is like your example of combating depression that doesn't involve some sort of like medical advice that I would get from a doctor? Because, you know, as fellow socialists, we can relate to the working
Shit's
class.
expensive.
As you can see, like I can't afford self-care. Therapy costs like $75 a session. In terms of like just getting any sort of like mental help from like the people around me. So what I ended up doing was I went through this depressive episode that's lasted for months, and it took a lot of being willing to change like who I am as a person and how I approach things. Really helped, and you guys were a part of that. You know, I listened to your podcast. You guys helped me out, and you guys gave me some good laughs.
Oh my god!
And so like you need to like if you're depressed and stuff like that, my biggest thing for you is find something that you enjoy, whether that's your favorite podcast, whether that's book reading, whatever it is that you wanted to do that was little to no cost investment. Like literally, it's just maybe something you can download online or whatever, or creating stuff that might be free or with very little expensive. Fucking go out there and do it, man.
Honestly, shout out to the boomers that raised us for failing to teach us basic life skills and things that we now have to pay therapists to tell us to do, like develop a hobby or find a creative calling or, I don't know.
Or find a religion. Even.
Adopt a worldview that gives you hope for the future.
Find a worldview that gives you hope. That's all I'm saying out there. If that's my one advice to everybody, fucking do that shit. Because if you're in this constant, like, capitalism fucking sucks and being super hateful all the time, A, you're going to push away the people around you. B, you're going to be even more depressed than you already are because now you're informed instead of living in an ignorance and for the rest of your life.
Take something back from it. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Praxis. Fucking Chairman Mao. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Fucking taking a dump on company time is praxis. Taking care of yourself is praxis.
Hell
Goddamn.
Yeah. Check me out. Here's my last last plug. I stream Monday through Saturday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. EST at twitch.tv/antigravplays. I just got back into streaming. I had like a whole new persona, as I mentioned earlier. I stream mostly single-player games because none of my socialist buddies have never invited me to any multiplayer stuff, even though I suggested a multiplayer game.
They call themselves socialists, but refuse to socialize.
Yeah, they're in this tendency infighting bullshit where they're like, this guy doesn't fucking... He's not fucking vibing with my anarcho bullshit right now. Fuck him.
You know, I just want to say, to jump into our plugs, you'll be invited if you're in the Discord. So,
yes.
Thanks for joining the Discord this week, Anti-Grav. It's nice to finally have you. Anyways, everybody else out there, please leave us a voicemail with questions. Obviously, a voicemail was the first foot in the door for Anti-Grav. It can be yours as well. Thank you to all of our patrons on Patreon. We now have our operating costs covered. A special shout out to Scott for contributing.
Which is super fucking rad, yeah.
Yeah, Scott for contributing to our dialectical tier, and thank you, Lauren and Allie, for contributing to our 2008 living wage tier. We have merch on the way to us, and then it'll be on the way to you, and we promise that it will get better eventually.
That is the Psychic Dolphin Garage promise and motto. It will get better eventually. That's a good takeaway.
Yeah. Other stuff we have going on. We have bonus episodes every other week now. 15 Million Flowers. Check out our latest one. We have streaming that happens once a week, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. Twitch stream Fridays, 8 p.m. Central Time.
Kelton has given up on the sports stream.
It's not so much I've given up as much as I realized that broadcasting to 4 people on a 5-person hosted Twitch stream is
one of them isn't even watching the stream. God damn it!
I'm telling you, what we do is we get like a fucking dumb venture capitalist. Also, I mean, this is my purview. I'm in Austin. We get some dipshit venture capitalist dude with with more money than sense, buy a studio, a whole ass studio, right? And we just fucking go from there. That's what I'm saying.
All right, Bo. Listen, you just suck some dicks and get us some investors.
I've sucked dicks for worse reasons. All right.
I don't think that was the socialist fraternal embrace that we were talking about earlier.
No, that was definitely a class traitor fraternal kiss. Unfortunately.
Oh God, that fucking Judas. In
Oh
there.
my God. Yeah, the socialist fraternal kiss versus the capitalist throat gargle.
Ew.
Oh no, what's gonna happen?
Ew. I don't like that.
Oh man,
I don't like that. All right. Well, let's hurry up and get us out of here. For the love of God, my ad is Shinobi Kenobi. Follow me on Twitter. Follow Bo at Schnedwab. Follow Kelton at Sex Confetti.
and I am at Anti-Grav Plays.
All right, guys. Deuces. Thanks for listening to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. Check out our link tree in the show notes so you can join our Discord, watch us on Twitch, and find our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Word of mouth is still the best way for us to bring this weird leftist show to as many people as we possibly can, so if you like the episode, please share it with someone. Anyone. Just one other person at your school or office or parole hearing who you think might like what we do. We trust your judgment. Go ahead and also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Dolphin Garage. Our music is provided by Amoeba Crew. Find them on Twitter at Amoeba Crew. You can find the link to their YouTube page in our episode description.